I guess the most frustrating thing for me when talking to people about Bernie is they're like, yeah, no, I get it. I agree with everything that he says, but he's never going to win. And I'm like, he will if you fucking change your mind and do something about it.
And that argument doesn't make any sense. I won't vote for him because he won't win. Well, he won't win because I won't vote for him, because he won't win because I won't vote for him. It's this circle thing that doesn't mean anything.
No one wants to be that guy that like brings up the political conversation, you know. But I realize in private conversations with a lot of my friends that bringing up Bernie to them is doing them a huge favor, because I'm sure as a lot of especially young people and everyone who's here can agree, like Bernie's policies are what everyone is agreeing with right now, okay? So all I can say is, I guess, a message to myself as well as to you all: don't be afraid to bring up Bernie. And we have the tools now here, and honestly, being here and seeing all these other real people that are interested in Bernie is inspiring me too. So thank you.
Because honestly, like, unless we're real and we start having these conversations with people that can be really uncomfortable, then Bernie's not gonna win. Because he is up against big, big money.
I think Bernie Sanders has galvanized enough of us that we're going to actually show up in droves at the primary and really kind of shock the DC Beltway pundits that aren't giving me any chance to win.
That the kind of movement that we're seeing happening in this building tonight, that the kind of conversation we're seeing happening tonight is directed into not just the electoral arena of Bernie Sanders, not just the figure of Bernie Sanders and what he can do in office, what we in the grassroots here on the ground floor can do by building social movements around a $15 an hour minimum wage, around an end to fracking and a transition to clean energy and green jobs, around the cancellation of student debt, around being able to say loud and clear that Black lives matter and we have to end systemic racism in this country in our lifetime. What we are doing here has to continue past the primaries, it has to continue past the election, and it has to carry further into American history, because this is a huge sea change in American history. These demands, these movements, are what we need to be building here tonight.
This political revolution doesn't start and stop with the get out the vote effort. What Bernie is calling for, and what all of us essentially have been drafted into or have volunteered ourselves into, is an actual grassroots movement that is capable of building a mass solidarity, a mass workers, a mass environmental, a mass students campaign across this country to fight for our interests for the first time in my living memory anyway. So I want to encourage everybody who's here today to participate in every labor struggle in Pittsburgh, to participate in every environmental struggle in Pittsburgh, to participate in this election, but also to get out there into the streets to build an actual workers' political revolution in this country. Thank you.
I looked up a picture of Donald Trump's family, and the first thing that came up was a picture of his two sons. And they're in Africa, and they're holding some, I don't know, lion, dead animal, and they're really proud. And I feel like that's who these guys are. That's who we're fighting against. They're very, very rich. They're very, very privileged. They're out of touch. They can't really relate to the fact that climate change is an issue, that our rivers are all poisoned. Fuck that bullshit, all right?